G'day people, welcome to another exciting edition of Delboy's Garage. Now tonight, naturally back on the Bandit. Our little task, tonight's fun and games, is about rear observation. Now I find no problem at all with my rather amazing bar mirror. It is rather splendid. I'm sitting on the bike from where I is right here. I can see perfectly down the road. But coming winter, not at the moment, I use, just fell off the seat, these. Now a lot of you have probably used these before. Good old bar muffs. Brilliant. And they fit on. If you've never seen these, I'm sure you have. I think everybody's seen these. They're brilliant. Kind of the old dispatch riders trick. Cheaper than heated grips. And a lot more weatherproof. Now obviously, no gloves are waterproof, not for more than about a month or so. I do 12 or 15,000 miles a year, which isn't a brilliant amount. It's not like dispatch mileage, but look at that. When it's icy and snowy and -2, putting your hand in there is cool. But the problem that presents is you can't have the mirror. So tonight, I just want to have a little play on here and see if I can do something daft with the old standard mirrors, because these are kind of convex. They're pretty kind of wide angle. I reckon something like that, something welded on there, on the side, to give that low down kind of look. Just shorten the arms, get them in there, and then be able to see down the road. Because obviously they move around in their swivels, so I just got to cut these bars down and weld them in there. That doesn't seem too difficult, and I think they look quite daft, a bit more ratage. So there we are, that's the plan for tonight. Stick around, stay tuned, see how silly it gets. Okay, first task is to take the paint off around this area, get it ready to accept weldage, and going to use just a disc with a cloth backing so it doesn't break up. Paper discs, don't go there, you'll get them in your fizzer and in your orbits. Stick the old iron protection on and a nice soft lapper. Just going to grind all the paint off, get it ready to accept some tacking. See what happens. Okay, that's got the first little bit done. Just grind off the paint, and using the soft disc stops it taking off any metal or busting open the welds that you've previously laid down. So it's nice and soft, but always make sure you use a cloth back disc. If you use a paper back disc on this, it's going to end up in bits, or probably in your face. So there we go. Right, now I've got to try and see if I can get these. What I want to do is just cut that sort of length and just have them welded like that. I don't know all this armage, just don't need all that, but I do need a bit of adjustment, and in that nut there's a little bit of adjustment so I can get the angle right, and there's swivelability in there as well, swivelification. Right, let's get them cut down, see if we can make them matched up. First thing, before I measure these up for cutting, take the chrome off so I can weld them. Can't weld through the chrome. Don't grab spinning wheels. Right, so there it is, just taking the chrome off and all the nickel back to the steel. To the steel! And that will weld a lot nicer. And now I've got to measure them up, what bit of them wants to go on and where to cut them. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Now, I thought that might work upright, but I think they're too far in. when you sit on the bike, the knee is there, so they've got to be out a bit. So I'm thinking like this, jolly better. Just sitting neatly in that space. So get a Sharpie and give it a mark. Okay, here's your pen, doing the same length, because we're going to do the same thing. And with a cutting disc, cut it. That's it. Right, I wouldn't recommend that without your gloves on. Okay, what I've got to do with these is slip them in there, preferably the threaded end, and then just get the angle right and tack them on. Brill. Obviously move that section to the middle. Move the complete roundness to the middle so that once they're on the bike I've got maximum movement in all directions to see where I've been. Okay, let's get them offered up. Tack. That's just to hold it there so I can see what direction it's facing in, or I've been. Not bad. Let's just increase that a bit. Better. Wiggle. That ain't coming off. Right. Let's tidy that up. Now, more weld on the other side. Right, that's it tacked. Okay, beef, the only way. Time for a little clean up. Right. Look nut on first. Get them on. And all this does is gives you something you can back off, wedge against the mirror, so it can sit where you need it to sit. Right, so we go to there. Just back that off. Right, as soon as I finish welding, stick the battery back on and I can get these adjusted. See if they look right. And there we are, all fitted on. I think they look quite cool. Now you know me, OCD, I like to get things absolutely symmetrical. So from the back there, you can see that they're equally spaced on either side, and they're kind of equal to the indicators as well. Not that I can see that. Anyway, all they have to be now is painted. Let's come around the side with the light on. All I'm going to do is paint all the ground back stuff in. Take these off. These are stainless on the back. I haven't locked them off yet. Just rubber on the front, so I can just lay them on the front and lay on some paint, and that can have overnight to dry before the ride in the morning. So I'm going to paint them up quick now and then leave them overnight, and I'll finish this in the morning. So let's get painting. Okay, scuffed up the metal on the back of these. They're stainless. So just a quick layer of primer just to make it stick. Literally a very thin coat of primer. I don't want to build any on it. Alright, next morning now. It just got dark. Really dark. I'm able to carry on. So, a couple of coats of black. Here they is. Now, oddly enough, come out quite nice. Not that that matters, they'll soon get beaten to death by the weather. But right, so gotta just get the tape off them, get them screwed on the bike. Oh yeah. Now the idea is that you can see where you're going in these a bit better than you can in a bar mirror. There's one. And obviously when it comes to winter time, the old bar muffs go on, and I can take that bar mirror off and still see where I've been. Now obviously I've got to just use t'other hand. Get that. That's it. And there we go. Index. Jobs are good. Bring it in for a close up. There it is. Not too shabby. And proper beef, they ain't going anywhere. I just notched these as well. I notched this tube a little bit so it sort of snugs round the bar to give it more contact surface, and as you saw, just migged it on to death. Finally getting the arc right, so it's kind of sticking proper, getting real penetration. You get a nice blue haze around the job, so you're showing it's penetrating correctly, just practicing the welding. And that's what's good with a rat bike, you can practice all sorts of things. This is practicality. These were done for a reason, because like I said, in the winter I run bar muffs. They're brilliant. It's the only way to keep your hands warm. You can have a heated grips, but all that heats is your palm. Duh, it's a little bit stupid really. Personally, keeping the back of your hands warm is what it's about. So I bung them in, jobs are good. Really, really warm. And if it gets really cold, real wintry, just bung heated grips in there as well. Then you've got the warmest of all worlds. They're waterproof and they cost, I think, about 10 quid. But obviously, practicality reasons, you can't have a bar mirror. Bar mirror is cool, but you can't have it with these because it would get obviously in the way. You can't even have the original mirrors because this covers them up. And if you try and kind of do that, it doesn't sort of, these all sort of hang off falling off. They've got to go right into there. So there we are. Bar muffs coming, winter's coming. Little way of putting the mirrors in a more practical position. So there it is. Thanks for tuning in and watching Delboy's Garage. A bit more fun and silliness for you. See you next time.